Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Hearted One the Rebellion. Continuing on from the last episode, where I defeated the 4 remaining Roadmasters, I've now unlocked the Dock Robot stages. So, I'll be going after them in clockwise order, starting off with Sparkman. Let's hope that he isn't too difficult. No boss intros for the Dock Robots. And even though this is called Sparkmans Stage, this is Bubbleman's level. Let's see how the R-Boomer works. Doesn't seem as strong, especially compared with the Metal Blade. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I will be spamming the Metal Blade and Needle Spear throughout this playthrough, so I can make this entire game more bearable. After all, we already know how weak the pea shooter is. Thankfully, the amount of time it takes me to fall back down is longer than usual. Longer than the classic series, that is. Otherwise, I'd never be able to make that jump. Really, the only reason why I'm not just spamming the Metal Blade everywhere is because of these sniper armors. And also because I want to conserve the Metal Blade ammo. Frankly, this Dock Robot stage is easier than several of the Roadmaster levels. And just like with the Roadmasters, I'll extensively use weaknesses here. So Dock Bubble first. I guess Metal Blade will work then. Yep, it is his weakness. One down, one left to go. Now we suddenly transition over to Skullman's level. I thought this was going to be closer to the original Dock Robot stages, where we go through a recreation of just one level, or a redux of one, but instead we have reduxes of 2 different levels. At the very least, we've never seen these levels in this game before, so in that regard, it has more variety than Mega Man 3. You came out of nowhere. The shield attackers are still some of the most durable enemies in the entire game. Or rather, they resist most special weapons. Thank you for the free tank, Sniper Joe. I will need it. When I say resist most special weapons, I mean take about the same amount of damage as the Buster. As opposed to most enemies, the Buster deals a decent amount of damage to the shield attackers. If I want any hope of surviving this game, I need to conserve as many E-tanks as I can get. Doc Skull. That's a new one. Can't fault the game for trying something different. He really doesn't like that. I just wish I had more ammo for the A-Flame. Just like the original Ring Boomerang, it does pierce his guard, so it does make up for that in that regard. Next up, I'm going after Pharaoh Man stock robot. So Doc Pharaoh stage is Magnet Man's level, although with mummies. I guess Doc Pharaoh renovated the entire place and updated it to modern standards. Oh no, these jumps now. They aren't too bad, but you have to be at the edge. And knowing how this game handles edge detection when jumping off of edges, I don't like it. Who thought this was a good idea? Thankfully I've made a recovery, otherwise I would have died a few times there. It's the little things that make this game more bearable to play. I'm gonna have to destroy you. You jumped too far. And of course, it'd be one of the most durable enemies in the game. You took 16 direct hits from the Metal Blade. You know what, I'll ignore you. I need to use my other special weapons more, even if they aren't that powerful. Dog Magnet. Wrong sound effect, game. At least he doesn't spend as much time in his attraction phase. Easiest Doc Robot encounter so far. Next up is Lash Man's level. Also force weapon usage here, but you do get full refills. Or you can grind up rather. Not only that, you get full life refills. Those attacks are impossible to dodge. How do you even reach this W tank? I don't have a double jump ability or a rush coil. Apparently blowing up these blocks can actually grant you some extra lives. I swear there must be a way to get up there. I wonder if I missed a special ability because I noticed those two weapon icons down over there with X's on them. Be careful here as you can get stuck. Well, actually you can't because of the tellies. You can slowly farm back up. And sorry chat, I can't really see you now because of how the game is maximized. Let me take a look now. Took a look, but I can't figure out the ability to get up there without some upgrades. I get the strong impression that I missed some upgrades. Otherwise, there's no reason why we can't get up there. Of course, knowing this game, the placement of those upgrades are in obscure locations, or where players wouldn't usually decide to look, probably down some pits which aren't actually pits. Dock Flash. Metal Blade once again. Nice and easy. Up next is Dock Ring, or in this case, Skullman Stage. Oh nice, Pippies. Thanks to this game's more generous edge detection, I didn't die over there. Knowing this game though, I can farm off the Pippies. In fact, I can probably get several extra E-tanks, W-tanks by doing so. I'm playing it safe and I want to destroy the shield attacker first. Of course it'd be up there, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, there's actually a hard ceiling there, even though it doesn't look like it. As I was saying, really the biggest danger for this level are the shield attackers and other enemies, not the Pippies as you initially expect. Made it after 4 or 5 deaths. In fact, the Pippies are generally being more on the helpless side thanks to all their pickups. And they don't really deal that much damage to me. Once again, jumping off the edges is not consistent. Of course, I didn't hit the checkpoint either, so I'm back over here. After one game over and one more life lost, I made it to this point. Checkpoint is probably right after the dog robot encounter. Doc Wind. For a moment there I got stuck against the wall. That animation he's doing looks like he's trying to suck me in, not blow me away. At last, a use for this weapon. Dave Flame is almost entirely useless. It doesn't deal enough damage outside of weakness affiliations. Now in Crashman's night level. Hopefully things get easier from this point on. Currently my least favorite stage in the entire game. It's not so much the Yoko Block section, it's more the placement of enemies. Placement and the selection of enemies. You again. This part of the stage is so much easier, by a massive amount. This stage suffers from a reverse difficulty curve. Next up is Doc Crash. His weakness is probably the gyro propeller. That's the closest to the air shooter. Now this pain of a stage is out of the way, let's go after the last one. Doc Heat. So the first part of Doc Heat's level is Sparkmans Stage. Like everything else, the petite sneakies are really resistant against the pea shooter. And they resist a lot of other weapons too. Maybe not resist, but have a really high HP value. Knowing my luck, Doc Snake is weak to the Needle Spear. Now it makes more sense here why we have an invisible ceiling. In the Sky stage though, not really. At the very least, thanks to that Sky level, I have 8 tanks and 4 W tanks. Plenty for the Final Fortress levels, and whatever madness they throw at us. 6 shots from the Metal Blade, but 4 from the Needle Spear. At least it makes the Metal Blade less of a all-around go-to weapon. Let's see what Doc Snake has up his sleeves. Weak to the Spark Shocker. It'd be embarrassing if I died over here. There's probably not a checkpoint. Also, look at the petite snake he's stuck over there. Second half is Dustman's level. Thank you for the full refills. For this game, my suggestion is to take it slow and steady, and go to Metal Man Stage first. The Metal Blade solves almost all of your problems. These are gonna start falling when I land on them, aren't they? Of course. I should have equipped the Metal Blade there. I could have died. Time for Doc Dust. Guess he's weak to flaming garbage? Rings? Propellers? Explosives? I never tried this, actually. He's weak to the Pharaoh shot for some reason. From the uncharged version and the normally charged version. Oh, I didn't realize it took that much damage there. Let's do this again. This time I will use an E-Tank. Let me see how a full charge shot works against him. The same. I think it deals 1.5 points of damage to him. I don't think this is actually his weakness, it's something else. This works equally as well. No, it was actually the Needle Spear all this time. Silly me. So many bosses in this game are weak to the Needle Spear, as well as Metal Blade.